Hi students, this is Botany PSR. In the previous class, we discussed about cell cycle, that is interphase and M phase. Today, we will discuss mitosis, that is what is mitosis, what are the different stages in mitosis and what is the significance of mitosis. Right, mitosis. Mitosis is also called equational division. Mitosis is also called equational division. What does it mean? Let us suppose this is the cell. This cell is having 2n is equal to 16. It divides into two cells. This is 16. This is 16. 2n, 2n. So that is the daughter cell and the parental cell have equal number of chromosomal, same number of chromosomes. That's why the mitosis is also called equational division. Let us suppose if there is n is equal to 4, 4 means two cells are formed, n and n. Here n is equal to 4, here is also n is equal to 4. So that is the daughter cell and the parental cell have equal number of chromosomes. That's why it is so called, mitosis is also called equational division. Okay. This mitosis occurs in both diploid and haploid cells. Mitosis occurs in both diploid and haploid cells. This mitosis is also called homeotypic division. Homeotypic division. Homeo means same. That is, whatever the genetic material present in parental cell, the same genetic material is also present in each daughter cell. So that is no change in the genetic material. So that is the progeny and the daughter cell are genetically identical. Why? Because crossing over does not occur. So homeo means same. The parental cell and the daughter cells are genetically identical. That's why mitosis is also called homeotypic division. And it is also called somatic cell division, also called vegetative cell division. Why? Because it occurs in somatic cells or it occurs in vegetative cells. That's why the mitosis is also called somatic cell division or vegetative cell division. What are the other names means? Mitosis is also called equational division. Mitosis is also called homeotypic division. Mitosis is also called somatic cell division or vegetative cell division. Okay. To observe mitosis, which part is needed means meristematic cells. So mitosis can be observed in mitosis can be observed in meristematic cells. Meristematic cells means apical meristem and lateral meristem. Apical meristem means root tip and shoot tip. These two are apical meristems. Which one is better means root tip is the best material to observe the mitosis is root tip. So mitosis can be observed in meristematic cells. Meristematic cells like apical meristem and lateral meristems. Apical meristems and lateral meristems. Apical meristems found in root tip and shoot tip. Best part means of these two, which one is the best part means root tip. If you observe the mitosis means onion root tips are best material to observe the different stages of mitosis. This mitosis occurs both in diploid cells and haploid cells. Okay, this mitosis is divided into two phases. One is called karyokinesis, second one is called cytokinesis. Division of nucleus is called karyokinesis, division of cytoplasm is called cytokinesis. Mitosis can be divided into two major steps, karyokinesis, cytokinesis. Division of nucleus is called karyokinesis, division of cytoplasm is called cytokinesis. This karyokinesis contains prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. How many steps? 4 steps. We have to say in the correct sequential order. Number of steps in karyokinesis: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. There are no clear-cut lines between these stages. Why? Because mitosis is a progressive process. There are no clear-cut lines, so there are no clear-cut lines cannot be drawn between these stages of mitosis. Why? Because mitosis is a progressive process. No clear-cut lines are present in between these stages. Why? Because mitosis is a progressive process, continuous process. So, karyokinesis means division of nucleus is called karyokinesis, division of cytoplasm is called cytokinesis. Okay. So, prophase means first stage of karyokinesis, metaphase means second stage, anaphase means third stage of karyokinesis, telophase means fourth stage of karyokinesis. Those stages we have to learn in correct order. Okay. First stage is prophase. Now look at here. This is the prophase diagram. Before that, which one occurs means cell cycle, interphase. That is, interphase means G1, S, G2. That is, before prophase means G2 and before G2, S, before S, G1. What are the different stages in interphase means G1, S, G2. Number of chromatids in each chromosome in G1 means 1 chromatid. Number of chromatids in each chromosome in S phase and G2 phase means for each chromosome 2 chromatids. In the previous class I explained. Okay. Now I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4. How many chromosomes? 4 chromosomes. Now try to remember, my dear students, this is 1 chromosome. This is 1 chromosome. How many chromatids are there? This is 1 chromatid. This is second chromatid. If the chromosome is appear like this means this is also 1 chromosome, 1 chromatid. 1 chromatid is present means 1 DNA is present. That is, here 1 DNA, here is also another DNA. 1 DNA molecule contains how many DNA strands means 2 DNA strands. So that is prophase chromosome. This is a prophase chromosome. Prophase chromosome is having how many chromatids? 2 chromatids, isn't it? Right. This is chromosome with 2 chromatids. This is chromosome with 1 chromatid. This is found in G1 phase. Okay? Right. Now, this is the prophase. This is the first phase of prophase. First phase of karyokinesis of mitosis. Okay. Next one. Each chromosome with how many chromatids? Each chromosome with 2 chromatids. Each chromosome with 2 chromatids. Next one. Here long thread-like chromatin becomes short, thick, stout chromosomes. That is so-called condensation. That is so-called condensation, also called spiralization. So that is long thread-like chromatin becomes short, thick chromosomes. Condensation of chromosomes occur. Condensation of chromosomes occur. Next one, initiation of spindle fibers. Initiation of spindle fibers. So microtubules in cytoplasm initiate spindle formation. So that is initiation of spindle fibers occur in prophase. Next one, centrioles. Centrioles begin to move. Centrioles begin to move towards opposite poles. Centrioles begin to move towards opposite poles. Centrioles. In S phase, centriole duplication occurs in animal cells. This is the point applicable to animal cells only. Centriole, that point, that is centrioles are found in animal cells, absent in plant cells. That in S phase, centriole duplication occurs in cytoplasm. Those centrioles will move towards opposite poles in animal cells, not in plant cells. Okay. Next, at the end of prophase, nuclear membrane and nucleolus, what they happen means they disappear. This is the nuclear membrane. This nuclear membrane is going on to be degenerate, and this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. This nucleus is also going to be disappear. So the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus disappear. The cell organelles like ER and Golgi apparatus also disappear. So that at the end of prophase, nuclear membrane, nucleolus disappear. Cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus disappear. So what are the points means? Each chromosome is having how many chromatids? 2 chromatids. Before it, G1S, G2 phases occur, isn't it? So each chromosome with 2 chromatids begin at S phase. In S phase, each chromosome with 2 chromatids. G2 phase also, each chromosome with 2 chromatids. Prophase also, each chromosome with 2 chromatids. So what are the points occur in prophase? Means condensation occurs. Condensation means that is long thread-like chromatin becomes short, thick chromosomes. Next one, initiation of spindle fibers occur. That is microtubules. That is one of the components of cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton contains, that is microtubules, microfilaments and intermediate filaments. Those 3 structures, those 3 components together called cytoskeleton. So one of the components of cytoskeleton, that is microtubules in cytoplasm, initiate spindle formation. That is initiation of spindle fibers occurs in prophase. Next one, centrioles begin to move towards opposite poles in animal cells only. Don't say plant cells. Why? Because centrioles are found only in animal cells, absent in plant cells. At the end of prophase, nuclear membrane and nucleolus disappear, and cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus disappear. So this is about prophase. Next, this is the diagram of metaphase. So each chromosome is having how many chromatids? Each chromosome is having each chromosome is having how many chromatids means each chromosome is having 2 chromatids. Okay, and all the chromosomes come at equatorial plate. This is the center of the cell is called equatorial plate. Chromosomes at equatorial plate. Chromosomes align at equatorial plate. Chromosomes lie at equatorial plate. That means centromeres are at equatorial plate and arms hang freely in the cytoplasm. Chromosomes are at equatorial plate means centromeres lie at equatorial plate and arms hang freely in cytoplasm. And here formation of spindle fibers occurs. Formation of spindle fibers. Initiation of spindle fibers occur in prophase. Formation of spindle fibers. Here the spindle fibers are formed. How the spindle fibers will be formed means vertically. That is equatorial plate is horizontally. That is spindle fibers are perpendicular to equatorial plate or metaphase plate. The center of the cell is called equatorial plate, also called metaphase plate. Chromosomes come at equatorial plate. Spindle fibers are formed vertically. So that is spindle fibers are perpendicular to equatorial plate. Spindle fibers are of 2 types. See, if you observe this fiber means this spindle fiber attached to centromere and then extend to opposite pole. So that is the spindle fibers which are attached to centromere of chromosome or kinetochore of chromosome, that type of fibers are so called discontinuous fibers, also called chromosomal fibers. Some fibers which start from one pole without touching the chromosome and then extend to opposite pole, that type of chromosomes are so called continuous fibers. So in metaphase, how many types of spindle fibers are formed means 2 types of spindle fibers are formed. One is discontinuous, second one is continuous. Which are attached to chromosome are called discontinuous fibers, also called chromosomal fibers. Which are not attached to chromosome are called continuous fibers. How many types totally? 2 types of spindle fibers are formed in metaphase. So spindle fibers are formed in formation of spindle fibers occur in metaphase. Initiation of spindle fibers occur in prophase. These 2 try to remember. Initiation of spindle fibers occur in prophase. Formation of spindle fibers occur in metaphase. This metaphase plate or equatorial plate and spindle fibers, how they are arranged? Both are perpendicular to each other. Equatorial plate means like this. Spindle fibers means like this. So that is spindle fibers are perpendicular to equatorial plate or metaphase plate. So that is each chromosome is with 2 chromatids. Chromosomes are at equatorial plate or metaphase plate. Formation of spindle fibers. This metaphase is the best stage. This metaphase is the best stage to study the chromosomal morphology. What is the best stage to study the chromosomal morphology or chromosomal structure means? Metaphase. The best stage to study the chromosomal structure, to study the chromosomal number, to study the chromosomal morphology means metaphase. Okay, this is the second stage of mitosis. Each chromosome with 2 chromatids. Chromosomes come at equatorial plate. Spindle fibers are formed. 2 main events occur. Chromosomes lie at equatorial plate. Spindle fibers are formed. Formation of spindle fibers occur in metaphase. Initiation of spindle fibers occur in prophase. Centrioles begin to move opposite poles in prophase. Okay, try to remember. Okay, right. Now, here, this is the third stage of anaphase, third stage of karyokinesis of mitosis. Now, here what happens means, if you look at here means, so first of all, these spindle fibers undergo contraction, contraction of spindle fibers. Here the centromere divides. Contraction, whenever the contraction of spindle fibers occur, centromere divides. So those events you have to say in the correct order. First of all, contraction of spindle fibers. Contraction of spindle fibers occur. Next one, centromere divides. Centromere divides. And third one, so each chromosome with one chromatid move towards their opposite poles. Each chromosome, that is daughter chromosomes move towards opposite poles. These are the three events occur in the sequential order. That is, first of all, contraction of spindle fibers. Next, division of centromere. Centromere divides. Next, daughter chromosomes move towards their opposite poles. Each chromosome is having how many chromatids means? One chromatid. And finally, chromosomes found in different shapes like V, L, J, I shapes. So chromosomes appear in different shapes like V, L, J, I. That is, shape of the chromosome to observe means anaphase is the best stage. The best stage to study the shape of the chromosome means anaphase. Structure of the chromosome, chromosomal morphology means metaphase. So again, my dear students, first of all, contraction of spindle fibers occur. Next one, division of centromere. Centromere divides. Daughter chromosomes move towards their opposite poles. Daughter chromosome means each chromosome is having one chromatid. Okay. And in between, so that is, this is the equatorial plate. On either side of equator, one type of spindle fibers are formed. Those are so called interzonal fibers. Interzonal or intermediate spindle fibers. So that is, the spindle fibers which are formed on either side of equator or between the daughter chromosomes. Those are so called interzonal spindle fibers, also called intermediate spindle fibers. Total how many types of spindle fibers are formed means totally 3. Chromosomal discontinuous spindle fibers and continuous spindle fibers are formed in metaphase, whereas in anaphase, interzonal or intermediate spindle fibers are formed in anaphase. Now, if you look at here means, here how many chromosomes means? 4 chromosomes. Here chromosomes how many? 4. Here chromatids how many? Chromatids 8. 4 into 2, each chromosome with 2 chromatids, no? So prophase, number of chromosomes means 4 chromosomes. Chromatids 4 into 2, 8 chromatids. In metaphase, number of chromosomes means 4. Chromatids Chromatids means 8. 4 into 2, 8. Centromeres means 4. Okay. If you look at here means chromosomes at each pole. At each pole means this or this we have to take only one. Number of chromosomes at each pole. Number of chromosomes at each pole. 1, 2, 3, 4. At each pole. At each pole chromosomes is equal to 4. Number of chromatids at each pole. Number of chromatids at each pole means 4. Number of in anaphase cell. In anaphase cell. Cell means we have to take 2 poles entire. At each pole means one side you have to take. In cell means we have to take both upper and lower poles. In anaphase cell, number of chromosomes is equal to 4 plus 4, 8 chromosomes. Number of chromatids is equal to 8. Do you understand, my dear students? Each one is a chromosome. Cell means we have to take both upper pole and lower pole. At each pole means we have to take this one. At each pole means chromosomes is equal to 4, chromatids is equal to 4. Number of chromosomes at each pole of anaphase, 4 chromosomes. Number of chromatids at each pole of anaphase, 4 chromatids. Number of chromosomes in anaphase cell. Anaphase cell means we have to take both upper pole and lower pole. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number of chromosomes in anaphase cell, 8 chromosomes. Number of chromatids in anaphase cell, chromatids means 8. So that is how many chromosomes we have taken? 4 chromosomes. Here how many chromosomes? 8 chromosomes. So that is chromosomal number will be doubled in. Chromosomal number will be double. Chromosomal number will be doubled in anaphase. Chromosomal number will be double in anaphase. Again, once again I am asking my dear students, in anaphase, at each pole, number of chromosomes, 4. At each pole, number of chromatids, 4. In anaphase cell, number of chromosomes in anaphase cell, 4 plus 4, 8. Number of chromatids in anaphase cell, 8. So that is chromosomal. Initially, how many chromosomes we have taken? 4. But in anaphase, how many chromosomes means? 8. Chromosomal number will be double. On one particular point, each chromosome with how many chromatids? Each chromosome with single chromatid. One chromatid. This is important. So that is up to metaphase. Up to metaphase, each chromosome with 2 chromatids. From the anaphase, each chromosome with 1 chromatid, single chromatid. Each chromosome with 1 chromatid is so called daughter chromosome. Next, go to telophase. It is the fourth stage of karyokinesis in mitosis. It is opposite to prophase. It is reverse to prophase. In prophase, condensation occurs. No? Condensation means long thread-like chromatin becomes short thick chromosomes. Here, short thick chromosomes become long thread-like chromatin. So that is so called decondensation. Decondensation. Okay, it is opposite to prophase. Opposite to prophase. Each chromosome with 1 chromatid only. Next, nuclear, nuclear membrane and nucleolus, and nucleolus reappear. Nuclear membrane, nucleolus reappear. Nucleolus reappearance is called nucleologenesis. Appearance of nucleoli is called nucleologenesis. Nucleologenesis. And next, cell organelles like ER and GC also reappear. So, disappearance of endoplasmic reticulum Golgi apparatus found in disappearance means prophase. Reappearance means that is telophase. It is the fourth stage. Next one, nuclear membrane nucleolus disappear in prophase, reappear in telophase. It is quite opposite to prophase. Fourth stage. In prophase, condensation occur. Here it is decondensation occur. Okay. Nuclear membrane nucleolus disappear in prophase, reappear in telophase. Endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus disappear in prophase, reappear in telophase. Okay. Next one, last stage. So how many nuclei found? This is one nucleus. This is two daughter nuclei. Two daughter nuclei. Two daughter nuclei will be formed. Two daughter nuclei will be formed. Each daughter nucleus contains how many chromosomes means 4 chromosomes. How many chromatids means 4 chromatids. Number of chromosomes in each daughter nucleus 4. Number of chromatids in each daughter nucleus 4. 2 daughter nuclei found in telophase. Next one, let us suppose, and this is the cytokinesis. So this is the daughter nucleus, this is another daughter nucleus. So in animal cells it occurs by a method called furrowing method. Here a groove is formed in between the two nuclei. This furrow deepens. So like this it will come. In animal cells it occurs by a method called furrowing method. That is, in the center of the cell a groove or furrow is formed in the plasma membrane. That is, in between the two daughter nuclei, the plasma membrane undergoes, deepens. It forms a groove in between the two daughter nuclei. So in this method is so called furrowing method. In animal cells it occurs by a method called furrowing method. That is towards center. That is, furrowing method occurs in dash manner means centripetal manner. Centripetal means towards center. In animal cells this cytokinesis occurs by method called furrowing method, which occurs in dash manner, centripetal manner, towards center. Like that, finally 2 daughter cells will be formed. Whereas in plant cells, how does it occur? In between the 2 daughter nuclei, first of all, vesicles of Golgi complex come at equatorial plate. Next one, all these Golgi vesicles are fused together and form. See, from the center it grows like this. That is towards periphery. Towards periphery is called centrifugal. This is so called cell plate. So that is in plant cells the cytokinesis occurs by a method called cell plate method, which occurs in dash manner, centrifugal manner. In animal cells cytokinesis occurs by furrowing method. In plant cells, it occurs by a method called cell plate method. As cell plate is formed, that cell plate occurs in dash manner means centrifugal manner towards periphery. In animal cells, cytokinesis occurs by dash method. Dash method means furrowing method. In dash manner, centripetal manner. In plant cells, cytokinesis occurs by which method? Cell plate method. In dash manner, centrifugal manner. So, Golgi vesicles come at center of the cell, come at equatorial plate. Those Golgi vesicles come fuse and form cell plate in centrifugal manner, that is towards periphery. So, the cell plate later it becomes middle lamellum. Middle lamellum is formed from cell plate. Precursor of middle lamellum is cell plate. Growth of cell plate is centrifugal. Middle lamellum is formed from cell plate. Which cell organelle plays an important role in cell division? Golgi complex. Golgi complex vesicles come at equatorial plate, no? That's why. Right. Equatorial plate means like this. Cell plate means also like this. That is, both cell plate and equatorial plate are parallel to each other. Here in metaphase, equatorial plate and spindle fibers are perpendicular to each other. Equatorial plate means like this. Cell plate also like this. So, that is cell plate and equatorial plate both are parallel to each other. So, that is cell plate is parallel to equatorial plate. Okay. Finally, two daughter cells are formed. This is one daughter cell, and this is also another daughter cell. So, these are called two daughter cells. Okay. If karyokinesis occur, after that cytokinesis occur. If cytokinesis fails, it results in polyploidy. It results in syncytium. Multinucleate condition is called syncytium. Syncytium means like this. Again fails. So, multinucleated condition is so called syncytium. Karyokinesis occurs, cytokinesis fails, it results in, that is, karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis, it results in syncytium, multinucleated condition. What is the example for syncytium? That is free nuclear endosperm, that is coconut water. Coconut water is an example for syncytium. Okay. So, cytokinesis, it occurs in plant cells by which method? Plant cells means cell plate method. In which manner? That is centrifugal manner. In animal cells, it occurs by which method? Furrowing method. In dash manner means centripetal manner. Two daughter nuclei found in telophase. Two daughter cells found in cytokinesis. Two daughter nuclei found in telophase. Two daughter cells found in cytokinesis. Initiation of spindle fibers found in prophase. Formation of spindle fibers found in metaphase. Formation means metaphase. Initiation of spindle fibers means prophase. Centrioles begin to move opposite poles in prophase. Contraction of spindle fibers, anaphase. Centromere division, anaphase. Each chromosome move towards their opposite poles in anaphase. Okay. Condensation occurs in prophase. Decondensation occurs in telophase. So, this is all about differentiation, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Now, what is the significance of mitosis? What is the significance of mitosis? Mitosis occurs in both diploid and haploid cells. Mitosis occurs in both diploid and haploid cells. Mitosis usually occurs in diploid cells only. This statement is correct only. See here, usually sound is there. Usually word is there. Usually means they have written only. So, mitosis usually occurs in diploid cells only. That is, this mitosis usually occurs in diploid cells only, rarely occurs in haploid cells. That is the meaning. This is the textbook line. Try to understand. Mitosis occurs both diploid and haploid cells. Okay. But usually occurs in diploid cells only. Rarely occurs in haploid cells only. Rarely occurs in haploid cells. Right. It is important in conserving the genetic material of an organism. Conserving means without any change. So, which type of cell division helps in conserving the genetic material means mitosis. It helps in wound healing. It helps in regeneration of lost parts. It helps in cell repair. If any cells are damaged means those damaged cells should be repaired. It helps in grafting and vegetative propagation. It helps in wound healing. It helps in regeneration of lost parts. It helps in cell repair. It helps in grafting and vegetative propagation. Next, it helps in maintaining the constant chromosomal number in all the cells of the body. So, which cell division is helpful in maintaining the constant chromosomal number in all the cells of the body means mitosis. From one generation to another generation, which division is required means constant chromosomal number will be maintained from one generation to the other generation means meiosis. Constant chromosomal number will be maintained in all the cells of the body means mitosis. Try to remember, my dear students, which division is required for maintaining the constant chromosomal number in all the cells of the body? Mitosis. Constant chromosomal number will be maintained from one generation to another generation means meiosis. Okay, right. Maintaining the constant chromosomal number in all the cells of the body means mitosis. Generation to generation means meiosis. In some lower plants and social insects, mitosis occurs in haploid cells. That is, mitosis also occur in haploid cells. What are the examples? Lower plants like algae, fungi, bryophyta, gametophyte. Gametophyta, bryophytes. Those structures, those are considered as lower plants. And some social insects also, this mitosis occurs in haploid cells. Next, in unicellular organisms, mitosis helps in reproduction. When mitosis occurs means it will be treated as reproduction. In which organisms means unicellular organisms, single celled organisms. If mitosis occurs means it will be treated as reproduction. Growth of multicellular organisms is due to mitosis. When we born means this much size. When we are up to this much size. What is the reason means? Growth of multicellular organisms is due to which type of cell division means mitosis. Growth of multicellular organisms is due to mitosis. When we born means this much size. Now we are this much size. What is the division required? Mitosis only. Okay. Next, mitosis can be seen in meristematic tissues like apical meristems and lateral meristems. Apical meristems means root tip and shoot tip. Of these root tip and shoot tip, what the best stage means? Best part means root tip only. Mitosis can be best observed in root tip and shoot tip. Of these two, what is the best material means? Root tip only. Next, cell growth results in when the cell growth occurs means nucleus and cytoplasmic ratio will be disturbed. To restore the nucleus cytoplasmic ratio, mitosis should occur. That is, when during the cell growth occurring means nucleus by cytoplasm. Nucleus-cytoplasm ratio will be disturbed. For the disturbed nucleus by cytoplasm ratio, what type of cell division is required means mitosis is required. Growth, cell growth results in cell growth. When the cell growth occurs means nucleus and cytoplasm ratio will be disturbed. Cell growth results in disturbing the ratio between nucleus and cytoplasm. To restore the nucleus-cytoplasm ratio, mitosis should occur. To restore the nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio, that is nucleus by cytoplasm ratio, to restore means mitosis is essential for the cell to divide. Which cell division is required to restore the nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio means mitosis. Next, cells are being constantly replaced by mitosis. Cells are constantly being replaced by mitosis. What are the examples means upper layer of epidermis. When epidermis is ruptured means cell division, mitosis occur, that damaged cells will be replaced. And another example, lining of gut. Another example, blood cells. These are three examples. When cells are damaged means those cells are replaced by mitosis only. Cells are being constantly replaced by mitosis. Examples, upper layer of epidermis, lining of gut, blood cells. These three are the examples for cells are being constantly replaced by mitosis. On few points I would ask my dear students, 2n becomes 2n means mitosis, n becomes n means mitosis, 2n becomes n means meiosis. Okay. Condensation occurs in prophase, decondensation occurs in telophase. Chromosomes come at equatorial plate in metaphase. Spindle fibers formation occurs in metaphase. Initiation of spindle fibers occur in, that is prophase. Centrioles begin to move towards opposite poles in prophase. Now I want to say final question. Each chromosome with one chromatid found in. Each chromosome with one chromatid found in means G1 phase, anaphase, telophase, cytokinesis. Each chromosome with one chromatid found in G1 phase, anaphase, telophase, cytokinesis. Each chromosome with two chromatids found in S phase, G2 phase, prophase, metaphase. That is, from S phase to metaphase, each chromosome with two chromatids. Each chromosome with two chromatids means the amount of DNA will be doubled. Let us suppose G1 is having 50 picograms. Each chromosome is having, in G1 phase, each chromosome is having 50 picograms. Amount of DNA is 50 picograms. What will be the amount of DNA in S phase? 100 picograms. G2 phase, 100 picograms. Prophase, 100 picograms. Metaphase, 100 picograms. Anaphase, each chromosome, one chromatid, no, 50 picograms, 50 picograms. At each pole, 50 picograms. In each chromosome, 50 picograms. Telophase, 50 chromosomes. Cytokinesis, 50 chromosomes. That is, amount of DNA will be doubled. That is, each chromosome with two chromatids means amount of DNA will be doubled appearance will be found. Okay. Each chromosome with two chromatids found in S phase to M phase. That is, S phase, G2 phase, prophase, metaphase. Each chromosome with one chromatid found in G1 phase, anaphase, telophase, cytokinesis. Okay. Please note down all these points, my dear students, and we will meet in the next class. Sir, fast. Only 10 or 15 seconds.